Te oman mede wo call daily guide obokrate ne feto so miensa ma ho so wadi nkomo wo NPP honom no na unim se bunu mantemu NPP amanyoko de dwemtene ne ye Kwame bafo ya dodo na fre no abroje DC.
Okay, na wakọbọ ni din ko ade mameni ni wie nkoma na
nkoma no
o say
the obokrate so o say ono na wakeka region nyina no omo abom omo de bekoto aba no January 31st wakeka bom enti obeyi nkrofo bedin afim a wonya akonya so beto aba ne bi
sana de obokrata
dide ohun ye na hia na wayu din afim to beko na din nim nkoto aba ne bi sana de obokrata ne so
ono na ekasa
si so se sana okan asemo o man asemo just also one kasa de obokrata enti unsa no na ma Yera Justin Kodia from Ponden Kata by a beka se nya de obia ewotumi ewo album no so ene waka se mi asuma sidie film do binti dia besim enye ne sa because omo qualify se adom din ebesim te so you obia qualify a entimi ema se Omanhene qualify se de din be sha album no wakoto aba na regional chairman te ba bi se me de wo meyu din film enya de besim te no ye de party no mpanyifo nsom e de aba o maka ho asem no man oba daily guide mu ane fa to so ensia no bo amane bi wo hanom a se nya da bokata making kan yi ni ade a na menim se wo yesofo na nya yi che se wonya diye bi afo bi ho na aka yetumi si wo sa ade na wo ye prophecy da
obi kokko
ai
se de
enti no we no ye osofo Samuel Henry wo mo se dodo na afa no o de mama kan story nimra barima sase ayebo for to sumienu eye Mamponteng hene wa Asante mantemu ye kasai watwe osofo penyo no na oda Roja City International Church ye wotematim
sofo Roja
Roja Samuel Henry ya dodo na fe no prophet Roja no wodna kwa wasiu no ewo court
and also one day
oman say yes osofo ye ahye nkom a wo say ewo radio station bi so ese ono barima sase ayebo for to sumienu obewu na nyono nko a asof ye ahemfo bi so eka ne ho wo poteboard so no wo ma asoso no abom ntene de abeto dwa so so be wo mo chese wo de se
ntene ana ye nkomhye
da bi ohunu nkomhye ohunu se asa ode stress atono so ode hu atono so enti ginyame chambers ye wo enhia so kumase ena yewra ye wo champon ena ye lead council ema ye Mamponteng hene ena wodi nanim a oman wo masiw ye wo sofoi na de woje afri court wo ehwase court beka no ene se ensem a enti no nim wasiw Roja ena wasan siw radio station no ena wasiw presenter no a one no edi sa dwuma no e wo radio station so enti de wo kan se omo sankotem ba bi omo tena ya so wanya nkom safa de ho no entwe sankom hye ni nyina no ensan na o make sure so say on kan ne ho asem say yen kom semo say ye di mo on kan ne ho asem ba bi abiem eno dan chen so a court so emoneka sa ehu odi ato no so eni atete odi na fam no court enhwe no wo moneka no wonye sampatasika no emfama no.
What has come of the arrangement na Abena was in prophet here? What has come of it?
So one comes to be a son de say fa ban ho a na omo fa ko
eti omo de ko
omo de kwaye ma ache krompo no yera Elvis
a day process
enye day
omo da so de ko
eno no de age sabo akire won se yera Elvis afie anka na won ma ekumenika brofo kakraka ni nyina nko wi akire no asoma hodo no ye mu hihye no wona no wo hwe do wo che say prophet som de abamu be 70% ye chaff bola be 70% eye bola na unse yema meda na samwa nyumtu ni oka se ye ne kasa ye na oka se sa kwan na Abena bia to wonom no so ma hwe yi a omote wonom a na odifo bia na wosofo bia so aba be ka che ne se nyame yi a che ne se wo so ode sebe bia tiefo ni magyanan be penti Jubilee House nyina inti saade na omo ye ne kwan na omo esa na omo bato wonom no ma hwe yi a ebeji omo nsem ite se mu aye din yi ni ade esa che kwenu sa sofo ni bi ni ade ne mampani kosia ye inti we de wo se esa boche ne ebisa yewra Elvis afie ankra se anyebia no omo guso de ba ana etesen inti we de prophecy gone wrong
I see.
Ɔhene was still no.
And somehow don't I won't cut him. Is saying
To way a daily guide Mudia na media mawi kakra dia kan de man wadi mun komo nyina na me de e Republic Press no so nkomo wadi waka ho asem yewra chema wuntumi ni abronye omo nsem ni nyina no wabomu amane e na makenkan na ma mefa umra daily graphic galamse ko no ene sede aban no adeclare ese nei ya water bodies ye nso ye wo Ghana fa na nyina ene ye kwaya ye wo ha nyina no oma declare no se eye security zones we no enye 9-day wonder eye baabi asafo ekọ na wo makwakotena afebo permanent nti nye se obabe pamo wo free hodom na odane ne ho na no na wase akosi akire wo mote hodom permanently nti we ensem a yewra Emmanuel amakofibu a yo no yeso afo hwensa senimu agudie som wode atodwa International Anti-Illegal Mining Operation Secretariat Naimos no wo mo full task kun se wo mo ko training wo Sunyane Amo Training School na no fieda na wo mo ewie ye nti wo mo wie ye na impejifo kasa na eche se training na makwakwa di wo honom no wo de background sabaye adwuma wo de koye kwayem de kwotena ye nsoso na eno na wo che se we no eye bibia the commander in chief Ghana Armed Forces Omanhene John Dramani Mahama was sanction na omano kenkan ba fom a o se asafo no kwa baby a waso mo jetu ni so big man bia ni Ghana ha se ya wo ya bege che Omanhene no Manhene na ama adwuma so mo nkonkon ye wo kwaye nim ni enso no so nti se wo kọ na big man bi frɛ wo say order from above akache so wo nyobia because the big man himself and so mo koye sa adwuma no. Well,
I pray said this one will work.
Ebe work.
So utie Yera Sampene, Dr. Paul Poku Sampene, Nano Memenda wo news file. One lawyer Samson Lad aiding commoner. Me sire Ghana for say entire soboko. Minute be ngotwi ye de ni yentie. Na ehu baby a ye nyina ya moa amade yanko na de biada ekoye kwan ne chaskele a ensunsuanso a etimide bre nyina. Ti bi se mo minute be ngotwi yentie wi e be sa babak.
All right, thank you so much. In fact, like Dr. Kwabena said, I also side with him. As scientists, we try as much as possible to dissociate ourselves from the politics that is usually done when it comes to situations like this. Sometimes I feel sad, and very, very sad indeed, when politicians come to sit on air and try to tell us who did what and who is doing what. It's so sad. In fact, it saddens my heart very well. But then, as scientists, we try as much as possible not to join the chorus, but instead to do the right thing. So, like what you are saying, in fact, I'm also happy that at least the thing that I started has initiated a lot of research in Ghana now. People are going through and doing all manner of things. I initiated this in I think 2019 or something, and now people are doing it, and it's actually collaborating with what I said earlier on, and that if nothing is done, we are going to be in trouble. Of course, people are talking about turbidity, and then the water company is telling us that they are using more Adom. Adom is aluminum hydroxide. That is the full name, aluminum hydroxide. And this aluminum hydroxide, when taken for a long period, in fact, at higher concentration, it has a lot of what we call health effects. One of them is kidney. When you use Adom, that's aluminum hydroxide that is used to purify the water, especially when they are using that concentration, which I believe is so high, is going to cause kidney problem, is going to cause irritation in the respiratory tract, is going to cause what we call Alzheimer's disease, that neurological defect. All these things are things that have been proven, have been studied and proven to be as important that we have to be very careful about. Now these galamsey, apart from the effects that we are seeing around, the next thing is drowning. Drowning. These abandoned pits collect a lot of water, and children for some reason would like to go and swim in them, and then in the attempt at swimming, they get drowned. In Konfanochi alone, I think 2019 to 2021, I carried out a research by going through the data in Konfanochi. And then I was trying to compare the profile of unnatural deaths in the Asante region, especially the northern part of the northern sector. What it showed me was that drowning alone took, in fact, the total was 2,470. Drowning alone was 40%. In fact, I would say that no traffic accident took the highest number. Poisoning and so forth were there. But then drowning alone was 40%. And out of the 40%, the ones that came from Galamsey abandoned pit alone was 25%. The rest were those that got drowned in normal, maybe they went swimming in the normal waters and then they get drowned. Or probably, and so what we are trying to say is that, in fact, now as we speak, I'm also doing another work, and the work is about what we call spontaneous abortion. And in some hospitals, where women out of something that they have not committed go to the hospital, or for reason being that they've seen blood spotting, that's what we usually call spot, and then these women go to the hospital only to abort the babies that they've actually impregnated, they've been pregnant with.
Sorry, Prof. You said spontaneous abortion.
Spontaneous abortion.
That is abortion. It's unintentional. Is
unintentional.
Sorry.
Yes, okay. Exactly. These women are now, in fact, I have about 500 cases where women are born to the hospital and abort their babies because of concentration of these heavy metals in their placenta.
Hey.
And so, oh yes, sometimes it's so saddening, it saddens my heart, like I said earlier, that when we see politicians trying to equalize or trying to trivialize the whole thing, it's so sad. And of course, it's something that people are playing with. In fact, for me, I'm not interested whether the government or the president to declare state of emergency. But the most important thing is that the Galamsey activity is really clean. In fact, kidney diseases, I think recently Kolebu also came out to actually show some data where they told us that non-communicable disease has started, surging. What it means is that some of these things, like these heavy metals, go deep into destroying the cells, causing what we call systemic inflammation, leading to chronic diseases. Do you understand? So all these hypertension that has gone up, what we call diabetes, just mentioned asthma and all those things. All these diseases I don't know whether Kolebu tried actually to find out why the reason for that, but I don't know. But it is noted that all these heavy metals can cause chronic disease, and chronic disease or systemic inflammation in any form can lead to all these non-communicable diseases that they've actually made mention of. And so basically something, apart from spontaneous abortions, now we are talking about what we call skin diseases. We are looking at GIT, that is vomiting, diarrhea disease, and all those things. These are things that are rare. They are things that people are saying. A lot of doctors, friends that I know, they come, some of them call me from Pristia, Bogoso, Wase Krupon, Bibiani. They tell me that, look, doc.
These are the mining areas.
Exactly. Ever since you brought attention to this, we have been recording a lot of deformities in babies. Of course, most of them are afraid to come out because they fear for their life. Most of them are private, hospitals that these women go to deliver those babies. Those that sometimes they lay hands on, they go and bury them or they incinerate them. So basically, it becomes very difficult even to get more of these samples to examine. Placenta, the one that the child needs, the child uses to feed through, from the mother, what is happening is that the placentas are all contaminated. They are all polluted with heavy metals. I have about 4,500 placentas that I've examined. The concentration, of course, Dr. Kwabena has taken a lot of the time, so I cannot introduce you.
Oman, Mamin Chilum, the Edikan Professor Sampene, say Galamsey, or the Infano, dear Air Costo from a good year Galamsey, I can't want to send baby no. ni sunsanso ebinie aduro na waso mo de gu enso ne manso ne tie no enam sede enso na sei enti ye de no dodo ye alom no ye fa na dodo pa na ye de gum sede be ye ni betumi ate na ne mroso na ye fa no e won sunsanso ebi ye kidney ho yade a aba na no ye ha ne yete ye ka NCD sa no ne non communicable disease yade a ensane ebi ye sichi yade ebi ye mojabroso ebi ye sakidney sensemu ne nyina ekeka ho bi na wɔkyɛ sɛ ɛkɔ pa na wɔso yɛ research bi wɔ afempim bi no ne edunku de besi afempim bi no ɛne aduonu baako a na ɔhwɛ ɛyɛ ɔmo tɔ nsuo mu ewu no yɛ drowning ɛne ewu ahodo ɛbɛkasa tɔfo owu a ɛnyɛ sɛ wayade a wakɔ yaresabea bi na drowning ko ano na ɛyɛ 40% out of 2470 cases a ne sa ɛkan a wɔde ɛyɛ sa report wi na ɔman ɛno no wɔsan so kyɛ sɛ ɔmo a wɔmo ɛyɛ drowning ne tɔ nsuo mu wu yɛ no sa 40% a yɛkan no na emu 25% ɛyɛ ɔmo a yɛgyigya galamsam na to hɔ no ma wɔn akotom wɔwu 80 number no ɛwɔ soro paa ɛdankyɛn so ase wɔba fafuro obiara ne da so ne so benya abosom nko no wawo ba ebi wɔ hɔ no ma yɛfrɛ obronicus spontaneous abortion ne kyɛ sɛ nyinsen yigu a wonyɛ krado sɛ wobeyi nyinsen agu na wohia ɛba nyɛ so wasɛda ne nso asɛi ne nyina ne sɛ placenta na wodidi na ɛfɔ mu kɔ akwada no hɔ ɛwɔ awodie ne mu no ayɛ kyɛ sɛ memenka sɛ asɛi esan sɛ heavy metals no a wudidie na ekɔ ne nyina no na placenta nim nti ba no sa no ana ama akwada no so no nyinsen no na ba no sa kwa yare sabia na de wo so mo ya ne sɛ nyinsen ne beba bes enso na yɛka ho asɛm
nsu ne yɛka ho asɛm bɛhwɛ nsu a yɛka ho asɛm
ɛno ano no
nti operation let's all support aban na ontimi nko saa kowe bɛhwɛ nsu no
poto nti wenum na wokɔ galamsey areas na oman omo ni solution bi won ma wenum na they depend on ye no mu ye ne sei enuane a yetu be sansase a yetu nuane wo so nyina nti wo se 500 cases no no ye nyinsen a asɛi ani nyina no ɛyɛ sa heavy metals a na ɛwɔ placenta ni mu no ɛna no so ka ho asɛm oman ɛyɛ sɛm a ehu yes skin diseases ni ade nyina so no wɔkyɛ sɛ ɛdeba ɛna sɛ de yɛ kan nyinsen yi bia sɛm out of case onyaye no emu 500 kwada no nyinsen ne sɛye no de ansɛye so a wobɛwo no na kwada no wɔyɛ deformed wobɛwo no na nani baako ɛnyɛ na ne sɛyi
na de alom igua na igum na alom no so nyansu so kidney so na ohu sɛ wa na wodi ho ohu sɛ yankasa na edi ho just bɛhwɛ Adom FM Dwaso Nsem
yes anu adwuma wo
behwe yensa anu adwuma ene de nei ede breyen se banchio se cabbage se kontomire o se nsu ayenum o se nam ayewi o se aduane ayedi o bibia ginsem
na nim se minister kan se bo so ye big man atin kan ha to office na odwin se galamsey wa chirichira salad na eba na se big man wo se wo didi healthy na wo we salad no lettuce awowe carrot awowe cabbage awowe cucumber awowe ni nyina ye niema ensuo gina mu pa ensuo nko a ni nyina ye galamsey heavy metals and what in kan ya wudie wote ye ba bia wo se galamsey emen wo wudie no nti enwi se galamsey wa chiri eben wo
nti Abena me bese nyina ye de share etu akoma so se efri ene ya ministers ni pain no de bia da ye ba ye beka say operation let's all help the president to achieve in this journey because yes sir achievement ni ye adwuma ye nyina no ebenya nsunsuanso ewo edwumadi a ye di so ba make us ebe ya fam
de ye nyina be ye fam de
obi aye ese wo ye
because man my favorite contemporary na eneyi led ne make ni ade nyina afra no mani nye da mama ni je o
obehwe de eye na obi di kra obi di akoto social media ene men koto ade wo si no kwan so ofiri kumase ba ofiri nkran ko kumase a ento bode ento banche ento mire ento kontu
because won ye galamsey na won sa no ana o makra de bankran ha nti no dada ho
o na me kan say o se asi akwane sa mia
no ene odu aman from ni ade kokokwan so aman from tibia aman from ni ade nyina enuani gu ho sa
we should now get to that point Abena no kureni se yɛka se yɛbɛkɔ yɛ chia hwɛ nyoma bi akɔkɔ so de a yɛnim de yɛntimi nkɔkɔ da yɛka se yɛbɛhwɛ nsuo no nkyɛn ansa ne yanom nsuo no de a ne nom bɛyɛ yɛ den nti baabi adunum yɛnka yɛn ho sɛ yɛyɛ Ghana fo na yɛmmoa yɛn ho because untimi nkra nsuo ni bi wo a wotie hwɛ me untimi nkra o na okra ampendu do se na besa kra wofro sika no kofa afri adwuma ben ko na wo ye
na de ebufu ni so mo se ho na mo se nsuo no wia no oda se ye mfa nsuo mra polytank mu ni ye di nsuo no ni ye ba water tank ni ye de ba ne nsuo na wo se do no no manu an fa no aduane de
debi wo be hwɛ nsuo we pa de ayi wa ma yeda abayase I pray say asra for yetimo so e sorry bibiada this time the monfian call the extra GD ne say we the nukreni yetimo so ya sorry say you declare all these forest reserves ne ensure so no say security zones yen say yen cutting group ya very very important
Jim FM 106.3